If there's only one setup I could trade, it would be this. I took it twice today, in the morning and then here right before market closed. It should have been a loss, but I mean, I kind of managed it poorly. I added too many times, so I kept moving up my stop. You can see I barely got stopped out and then reversed and hit all my freaking profit targets. 4 very simple concepts I learned from Big Gains Club. You don't have to be a trading expert to know what it is. First one is golden pocket, which you draw a Fibonacci retracement from a previous low to a previous high. This is your golden pocket, 61.8 to 66%. That's all it is. Pair that with a high time frame fair value gap, so 15 minutes or above. Here, this is a 15-minute chart. You can see 15-minute fair value gap. We tapped roughly the halfway point of it. We also had a liquidity sweep because we swept this low, which you can see much cleaner on the 1-minute chart. And then the last one, an inverse fair value gap. Usually I trade it on the 1 minute. What it looks like is this right here. So 2 fair value gaps side by side. Here you can see a fair value gap formed right here. There's also a small one here. And then big fair value gaps right back up. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this in the past couple weeks where we have a strong push down, strong push right back up. It usually results in a very strong reversal, especially when you combine it with the golden pocket, liquidity sweep, and high time frame fair value gap. I wanted to enter here, accidentally did a limit order, so I entered on this candle. What you can do is either risk this candle's low or this candle's low or the swing low, but it's just depending on your position size and your tolerance for risk, I guess. Using the swing low as a stop is kind of too big. You can see the executions, like I actually took this trade. Let's see here. So I entered here initially, and then I added 2, then I added 3 here, because I thought it swept, strong candle close. I was wrong. Once again, it swept, strong candle close. I added, and that's where it stopped me out. So I got a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? Like cocky and anxious to like catch the move, and that ended up me missing it. This was only a $150 loss though. And then in the morning, literally the same thing. It was a little messy though, I'll admit. My entries and exits weren't perfect, but tapped golden pocket, swept this liquidity, 15-minute fair value gap here. I didn't take this on the funded account though, because the first trade, it was outside my trading macro, which is 9:30 to 10:30, 12:30 to 1:30. This one though, it had the cleanup. The setup was clean. I saw it here as these candles were reversing, but at this point, it wasn't quite as clean of a reversal. There's no inverse fair value gap, so I didn't want to take it even on the combine. But once it dipped and continued back up, more strong candles, it formed a fair value gap. I was pretty confident in it, so I entered on the dip back to the fair value gap, risking this low. Got stopped out, it reversed. I was still confident in it, so I re-entered, risking this candle's low, and sold here. Got stopped out at break even, and then I realized once again, I was like, oh, still looks good. So I re-entered. I think I was using a soft stop, but because I learned from that first loss, and added here, came down, used the soft stop, let it test it like it did before, and then I sold all up here, which you can see the executions do look messy, but that was like $600. And not only that, but on ES, the same exact setup happened yesterday. And again, I took it on the combine because it was outside my trading macro. So draw the Fibonacci from this low, or from this high to this swing low, golden pocket, liquidity sweep here, 15-minute fair value gap. I mean, not only that, we had a new day opening gap, which is right here. You can see candle closes here, opens here, so that's a gap. You can see price was rejecting that. We also formed an inverse fair value gap. It was small, but it happened. So I entered, and then added, kept going my way, and that was a pretty nice trade too. You can see I took this trade. So that's one thing that I like about Antonio from Big Gains Club, is he does this too. He doesn't talk about trades that he didn't like take or like call live kind of. So a lot of freaking trading YouTubers do that. They just look at stuff in hindsight, which is very easy to do, and like say like, oh well, swap liquidity here, fair value gap, enter. That's such a clean entry. But yet, did you take that trade live yourself? Did you execute it? So yeah, that's why I try not to do that. Thanks for watching to the end. Let me know if this helped or if it was confusing or didn't make sense. I'm just sharing what's working for me, what I learned from Big Gains Club, which Big Gains Club, Antonio's proven to be consistently profitable with these concepts. I've watched him do it live consistently since April. So it's been about 4 months now. So I have complete faith in it. I'm just trying to, spread the lessons.